Hello everyone, my name is Orlan and today's video is about eliminating all distractions and getting being the most productive, useful and happier self. Let's get started. If you are not saying no to almost everything, you're wasting your time. As they say, time is really our most valuable asset, and I don't really think that we are capable of multitasking. It just doesn't work, and that's why you need to say no to a lot of things. You need to focus on one specific goal and block out all the distractions. You need to know how and when to say no to a lot of things, like invitations, projects, things that take your time. It gives you freedom to focus on the things that's really important to you. Many things will happen in your life, things like social media, going clubbing, chores, and you really need to be conscious about those things and if they are worth your time. Because if you want to achieve your goals in the most productive way, you really need to give full and divided attention to the task at hand. Second thing, you really need to be careful with micromanagement and time trackers. Things like the Pomodoro technique are very mainstream these days, and rightfully so. But I do think that some of you take it way too serious and it does you wrong. These techniques are supposed to get you in a deep flow, deep work status. They work as a base to get you to do the work, but you don't need to follow it second by second. If you're working for 25 minutes, you're in the deep work status and the clock rings, you don't need to stop right there. That can get you out of the zone, that deep work status that you just got in, which is not always easy to get into. Of course, it's not like that for everyone. You should try by yourself and see what's best for you. I'm just saying that micromanaging every minute of your day isn't always beneficial. Our days are really not a perfect routine. You should plan your day strategically, but stop measuring your work minute by minute. Third thing, the alter ego effect. This is something that I started doing during the years without even really noticing it, and I just found out there's a name for it, the alter ego effect. To motivate myself and get me to do the things that I needed to do, I started pretending that I was someone else. I started pretending that I was the best version of myself, and that perfect version of myself did all the right things that I wanted to do. If you have heard about David Goggins, you know he did the same, and many more did too. You basically want to turn yourself into a superhero version of yourself. Dictate the personality and what that version of yourself do, and start pretending and acting like them. Soon you will really start acting like that person. You will believe that you are that person. This is really the realest version of fake it until you make it. Next thing is knowing when to unplug and call it quits. Sooner or later there will be a time that you will just feel your productivity going down. And when you find your output slowly going down despite your best efforts, it's probably time to call it quits. Either give yourself a long break or just go to bed and have a good night of sleep. Getting a good night of sleep is much more beneficial and productive for you than trying something like an all-nighter. Just rest up and kick ass tomorrow. Last one on being more productive. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I say this because there's so many people that only rely on motivation instead of focusing on consistency. Motivational videos and quotes is something that I also love, but they don't really help me. Nobody ever will achieve their goals because of random sporadic moments of motivation. We are not switches that you can turn on and off. You need to condition yourself to making small changes that eventually will turn into big results. And that's why consistency will always win. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you did, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you again very, very soon. See ya.